Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today I have a fun video where I'm going to be going through the commodity fragrances, and they have two sets. Their Scent Space Exploration Kit and their Archive collection as well. I think there's a little bit of a new concept here, so it's going to be quite fun. I'm going to test them all out with you guys, give you my first impressions and my review. If you're new here, then hello, welcome. I have hundreds of videos just like this. I'm going through niche fragrances right the way through to celebrity fragrances, designer fragrances. So if you're new here, then do check out my channel and of course my blog as well. And if you're a regular viewer, do check to see if you're subscribed, turn on notifications so you don't miss any new videos. And don't forget that you can support me on my Kickstarter if you want to get hold of the perfume that I am creating, Empress, which is launching later this year. The only way to get it at the moment is through Kickstarter. And I will of course also leave the link down below in the description to the Commodity Fragrances website where you can get all these different perfumes I'm talking about. So Commodity is, I guess, a niche perfume brand. They have a very minimalistic, simple approach to fragrance. And they've just launched this Scent Space Exploration Kit. And essentially what we've got is 6 of their fragrances, but then you've got them in 3 different versions. So effectively it's like saying that you might like a scent, but everyone has a different preference around the strength and the balance of that perfume. So you can have that perfume in 3 different interpretations basically. So what they have is personal, expressive and bold. So white, black and silver, and then like a bronzy coloured. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try all of these and let you know what I think. And it comes with this helpful guide actually describing the 3 styles. So personal is more subtle, obviously, expressive and balance of longevity and projection, but not overpowering. And then bold is more exotic, expressive, people that when you want a fragrance that really everyone can smell, I guess. And then you can then get the full size, of course, on their website. And it's quite helpful. You can fill this in like a workbook to help you remember what you like. Okay, so I'm going to start with Moss, the lightest version of it. That's a lovely crisp fragrance. It's reminding me so much of, I think it's Allure Homme Sport from Chanel. That's lovely. I would love that on a man. Really like that. And it doesn't feel particularly light or anything, but it's definitely got some freshness, maybe some citrus to it. But then it's like that oak moss, clean, slightly green. I really like that straight away. So this is the expressive version. Okay, so it's really quite different actually. Yeah, really different. It feels stronger. I'm getting more citrus, more greenness. It does smell like almost a different perfume. So it really is different. It's not like they're just slightly stronger than the other. Okay, and then the bold version, the third one, is definitely bold. There's a juniper berry note here that's really coming through. Quite ambery as well, I'd say more towards the evening. So my favorite there was the personal version of Moss, and that was really lovely. Great for during the day, for work, really nice. But very, I would say it's a masculine scent. Okay, so the next one is called Paper. So it doesn't smell like paper. Kind of reminds me of something a bit chemically. I know it has that E super molecule in. It's very light, musky, kind of like Juliet Has a Gun Nutter perfume, but much more lighter. Okay, the expressive version, this is definitely heavier, but still I'm definitely getting that ambroxany, synthetic-y, chemical vibe. Kind of like a skin scent, cashmere scent, not really like a fragrance. So the bold version, that's got a bit of sweetness, ambery sweetness in it. It's got that cashmere creaminess, but then it's a bit ambery. I like that one. I think those 3, the Paper, are all very unisex. They don't feel particularly masculine or feminine. Okay, so next we have one called Milk. Now this is the personal one, the lighter one, but it doesn't feel light at all. There's a lovely mahogany wood in here. So a slightly sweet wood. White cedar as well. Oh, I love this. Kind of edible, warm, comforting, cozy. Yeah, it's not super strong. It's very much something like cozy night in the house type vibe. I like that. Okay, the expressive one is similar, quite similar. There's a little bit more greenness, I'd say, in this. They both have quite a marshmallow feel. Reminded me of the Kilian fragrance that has marshmallow. that type of vibe. So the bold version is starting to become slightly masculine. So it's like a smoky marshmallow, creamy. It's still nice though, but more, I'd say more winter, more evening. Whereas the other two I think would be more daytime. I love that kind of marshmallow vibe. It's so cozy and it's not super sweet, like sugary. It's just like coziness, like marshmallows on the campfire. Okay, next we've got Velvet. So this has got a lot of presence. It's like a sharp rose, an ambery rose, also quite smoky. I'm getting a tobacco-y feel, smoky feel. Again, that kind of firework vibe, but with rose, but it doesn't feel particularly feminine, definitely unisex. Interesting, that's really unusual. That reminds me of going into like a old traditional club in Soho in London where you can still smell the history, the tobacco in the wood and stuff from when you could smoke inside. Okay, the expressive one seems very similar to me, though I'd say more smoky, and now it's becoming a bit more masculine. The rose is less prominent, it's more about the smokiness. Okay, now the bold version smells a bit oody to me. It's ambery. Yeah, it's going towards a more oody, woody vibe. Quite different to the first one, the personal version, which was more smoky. So that one in the black is, I'd say, is more towards the male side. So next we've got Gold. So this is really vanilla-y and pretty, but it's not sickly or sweet. It's like a cozy indoor vanilla-y bath time. I like that. It's quite a light vanilla. I know some people find a lot of vanilla fragrances too much. So a light vanilla, I think that's great if you're looking for light vanilla. Okay, so now the expressive version. That feels slightly woodier and a bit stronger. Okay, the bold version. So the bold version feels different. There's a slight sharp greenness and again that woody oodiness, smokiness. I'm getting very little of the vanilla that I got in the personal version. So I think the personal and the expressive version, my favorites, like comforting vanilla, and then this is more towards your masculine woodiness. Okay, and then the last one in the set is called Book. So this is a clean, woody, just walked into a library and they've just finished furniture polishing everything. It's crisp, it has eucalyptus in. Nice for during the day, refreshing. I'd say more towards masculine, but that woody, refreshing type of vibe. Now the expressive one, at first was really citrusy, and now it's becoming a bit more green. Really get the eucalyptus in this one. So it's more a eucalyptus scent actually, quite calming, peaceful. Okay, and then we have the bold version of Book. So this has the eucalyptus, but I'm getting the woodiness again. But still very green, it's like a tree in the rain type vibe. Not too overwhelming, even though it's the bold one. Okay, well, that set was really fun. There are some really unique scents in there. I genuinely think this is a cool set. What's my favorite from this one? Gosh, don't know. I liked the milk ones because they had that marshmallowiness, very comforting. The velvet, the vanilla in that, in the lighter personal version. I liked them all, and I think the ones that were quite masculine would be lovely on a man. Probably my favorite for man would be the Moss personal. That was really refreshing. And the smoky ones as well, quite sexy on a man in an evening, I think. So that was super fun. So now we have the Archive collection, and this one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 different fragrances here to try. These are all different. So first up we have one called Rain. So I'm super curious to try this because always interested in ones that smell like fresh rain. It's petrior. Oh, pretty. That's really refreshing and pretty. It's kind of like jumping in a swimming pool. There's a lotus note in here. You guys know I love lotus. It's so refreshing. There's a bit of lemon, a hint of jasmine. That really is a lovely, beautiful scent. That would be great for humid days, refreshing. It's quite addictive as well, very clean. It is unisex, but this would definitely be fine on a woman. There's nothing masculine about it. It doesn't smell exactly like After the Rain's Been, because that has quite a greenness to it, but it's definitely that like being around water scent, being near a lake, definitely lotusy. So I really love that. That's a great fragrance. This is so exciting. So many new great ones to discover. So next we have one called Gin. So this one's got quite a kick. It's pretty powerful. It's fresh, slightly woody. There's a lime. I think I'm getting a hit of lime. Kind of like a lime cocktail. There's ginger, kind of like a Moscow Mule. There's a Juliet Has a Gun perfume, Moscow Mule. Kind of reminds me of that. Very unisex. Refreshing, nice. Next we have one called Bergamot. Super citrus, super bergamot. Bright, fresh, just a very simple, clean bergamot. This could be great for layering on top of other things to add that real lemoniness. Yeah, if you're looking for something that's just all about lemon, like completely lemon, bergamot's the one for you. So next we have Mimosa. This is really flowery, probably the most floral of all the ones we've tried so far. So there's a hint of a blood orange in here, alongside a lot of white florals with jasmine. Now the blood orange mixed with florals reminds me of Miss Dior Eau de Toilette, but it doesn't have the rosiness of the Miss Dior. I think this is a pretty nice everyday floral scent. It's fresh yet floral. Okay, next we have Nectar, great name. Very comforting, very green. This reminds me of what like a fairy would smell like that lives in the woods. So it's honeysuckle in here, and I think I'm getting a lot of the honeysuckle. And then you've got some crisp citruses. Very feminine with that honeysuckle, very like springtime, spring morning when it's still dewy on the ground. Okay, next we have one called Wool. This feels like an earthy, woody scent, like some of the woody ones in the other kit. More masculine, I'd say, but not overly woody, more earthy. Next we have Bois, which is French for wood, I think. So that's quite an ambery oriental wood. Bit of pink pepper, quite unisex and not overly woody. Okay, next we have Vetiver, so I can guess what this is going to be like. Wow, that is one of the most intense vetivers I've ever smelled. It's just complete vetiver. There's some patchouli in here as well, but really green patchouli vetiver. Quite strong as well, and a little bit of a leatheriness undertone as well. Suede-y leatheriness. And then speaking of leather, the next one is called Leather. Wow, that is leather. It smells like a leather jacket. Boozy, woody leather. That will be lovely on a man. I know a lot of ladies also love that leatheriness as well. Wow, that is an extreme leather perfume. So this one is called W, then loads of stars and Y, and I think it's meant to be whiskey. I wonder if there's some kind of copyright issue around that, I don't know. That's like a sophisticated bourbon. Warm, slightly spicy. That would be great for an evening for a man. That sort of Tennessee whiskey vibe. Very nice. Gosh. So we tried a lot of them there. I don't know which is my favorite. I think it might be the Rain. I really like that because of all that lotus. You know, I love the lotus. But I did like the milk one with that marshmallowiness as well. But I think Rain's my favorite. But guys, I hope if you're still watching now, and I hope you enjoyed that journey with me. Like I said, I'll leave the link down below where you can check all these out. It really is quite fun to try them out and stuff. So they're really fun kits. But yeah, that's it. You probably had enough of me by now. So yeah, that was really fun. Commodity fragrances. Yeah, let me know if you wear any of them, which is your favorite. Let me know in the comments down below, or which one would you like to try the most. They do ship internationally, I think, so you can check them out on the website. But that's it, guys. So thank you so much for watching, as always, and I will see you in the next video. Bye. Yeah. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, 11. Oh.